Listen with the deepest part of your heart, because this moment is not ordinary, and your presence here is not random. I am the one who formed you, who understood your story before your first breath, who has watched every step you have taken even when you believed you were walking alone. Right now, in this exact second, I am drawing your attention for a reason that carries eternal weight. You have asked for direction, for a sign, for relief from the pressure that has been tightening around your life, and I am answering in a way you cannot mistake. You are tired, more than you admit to others, worn down by delays, by silent battles, by prayers that seemed to rise into the air and fall back unanswered. And yet you are still here, still standing, still breathing, and that alone is proof that my hand has never left you. If you turn away from this stirring in your spirit, you risk overlooking what has already been set into motion on your behalf. Because long before this day arrived, I marked it as a point of intervention, a crossing between what has been and what is about to begin. I do not speak to fill silence, and I do not move without purpose, and today carries a purpose tied directly to your restoration. I have seen the nights you lay awake, rehearsing worries you never voice, the quiet tears, the brave face you wear, so others do not see how heavy your heart feels. Nothing about your pain has been hidden from me, and nothing about your future is uncertain to me. What feels delayed to you has been preparation in my hands, and what feels like loss has often been protection you did not recognize. This is a turning point, not because of emotion alone, but because a release has already been issued over your life, a shift designed with your exact needs in mind. Not a generic blessing, but a precise answer shaped around your struggles, your private hopes, the dreams you buried because disappointment hurt too much. Whether your burden has been financial strain, confusion about your purpose, tension in relationships, or a physical or emotional weight that no one fully understands, I am not distant from it, and I am not powerless before it. Yet I work with willing hearts, and faith is the bridge that allows what is prepared in the unseen to manifest in the visible. I have given you freedom not to abandon you, but so your trust can be real, your response meaningful, your partnership with me alive. Many stand close to breakthrough, yet step back because doubt feels safer than belief, because fear speaks louder than hope, because pride resists surrender. And in that hesitation, opportunities pass that were meant to transform everything. I do not threaten, but I warn with love, because missed moments carry consequences, just as embraced moments carry miracles. You are not at the mercy of chance. Your decisions in seasons like this shape the road ahead. I am opening what seemed closed, aligning what looked scattered, softening what felt immovable. But you must step forward in trust, rather than shrinking back into old patterns of despair. Remember who I have always been, the one who makes a way where none is visible, who brings provision from unlikely places, who turns weakness into testimony. My nature has not changed with time, and my ability has not been reduced by your circumstances. The same authority that set stars in their courses and formed oceans from nothing is not intimidated by the details of your life. I know your thoughts before you speak them, your fears before you confess them, your potential before you believe in it. I see the battles in your mind, the cycles of negative thinking, the memories that still sting, the rejection that shaped your self-image, the losses that made you question your worth. I do not see you as broken beyond repair. I see you as someone in process, being refined, strengthened, prepared for a future larger than your current view allows. Even your waiting has not been wasted. Endurance has been built in you, compassion deepened, discernment sharpened. I have been with you in every valley, not as a distant observer, but as the quiet strength that kept you from collapsing, the unseen protection that turned dangers aside, the subtle encouragement that nudged you to keep going when quitting felt easier. And in every high place you reached, every victory you celebrated, my grace was there too, arranging opportunities, opening doors, guiding you through paths you thought you found on your own. My love for you has never depended on flawless performance. When you stumbled, I did not walk away. When you doubted, I did not withdraw. When you felt ashamed, I did not turn my face. My commitment to you is rooted in who I am, not in how perfectly you have responded. There is nothing in your past that disqualifies you from the future I have in mind. Still, you must recognize that resistance exists. Forces that oppose your growth aim to drain your peace, distort your thoughts, divide your relationships, weaken your confidence, and convince you that your situation will never change. These pressures are not random. They often intensify near breakthrough because your progress threatens what seeks to keep you small. But no opposing force outranks my authority. Lies that have echoed in your mind about being unworthy, unloved, incapable, or too late to change are not truth. And they lose power when confronted with my word over your life. Patterns that have held you in fear, anxiety, or discouragement are not permanent identities. They are chains that can be broken. Old wounds that shaped your reactions do not have to dictate your future responses. I am able to dismantle what has confined you, to renew your thinking, to restore hope where it faded, to bring clarity where confusion ruled. What I ask is not perfection, but openness, not performance, but trust, not noise, but sincere turning of your heart toward me. As you align your thoughts with truth, speak life instead of defeat, choose obedience in small daily steps, and refuse to surrender to despair, you cooperate with the work already unfolding. Your story is not ending in the chapter you are in now. There is more ahead, more growth, more stability, more impact, more peace than you have known. Hold to faith even when feelings fluctuate, because feelings shift, but my faithfulness does not. I am near to you in this moment, closer than your breath, aware of every detail, committed to completing what I have begun in you. Do not measure your future only by your past experiences. Measure it by my character, by my promises, by my unchanging nature. What I have spoken over your life will not return empty. Stay alert in spirit, steady in trust, and willing in heart, because the path forward is opening, and you are being invited to walk into a season that will reveal just how carefully you have always been held. And as you keep listening with your spirit open, understand that what you are sensing right now is not emotion alone, but alignment, a drawing together of moments, prayers, delays, lessons, and hidden protections that are converging into a season of unveiling. For a long time, you have judged your life by what you could see, by numbers in your account, by the behavior of people around you, by doors that stayed closed, by how long certain pains lingered. But I have been working beyond the edges of your vision, arranging outcomes, blocking paths that would have harmed you, allowing certain struggles not to break you but to build the capacity you will soon need. You thought some prayers went unanswered, but many were answered in ways you did not recognize. because the answer did not match the picture in your mind. I am not limited to your imagination, and my solutions often reach deeper than the surface problem. When something did not work out the way you insisted it should, it was not always denial. Sometimes it was redirection, sometimes protection, sometimes preparation for something far more fitting to who you are becoming rather than who you used to be. You have entered a stretch of your journey where inner transformation matters as much as outer change. I am strengthening your foundation so that what comes next does not collapse under its own weight. Character, endurance, discernment, humility. These have been forming in you in quiet ways. The disappointments that softened your heart toward others, the waiting that taught you patience, the mistakes that taught you wisdom, the losses that made you cling to what truly matters. None of it has been wasted. I weave even your missteps into learning when you place them in my hands. Shame tries to tell you that your past disqualifies you, but redemption declares that your past can become part of your testimony, proof of growth, evidence of grace. Do not be surprised that as movement begins, resistance sometimes appears louder. When you step closer to purpose, distractions increase. Old temptations resurface, discouraging thoughts try to regain ground, and voices around you may not understand the shift taking place inside you. This does not mean you are off track. Often it signals that you are approaching territory that matters. Stay anchored. Return your mind to truth when fear paints worst-case pictures. Guard your focus, because what you repeatedly dwell on shapes your perception, and perception influences your choices. Feed your faith with what is life-giving, not with constant reminders of lack and limitation. I am also calling you into partnership in practical ways. Faith is not passive wishing. It is trust expressed through action. When I nudge you to forgive, to speak honestly, to take a small step you have postponed, to manage what you have more wisely, to care for your body, to set a boundary, to start again where you once failed. These are not random thoughts. Obedience in small things opens space for larger responsibilities. You ask for bigger doors, but faithfulness with what is already in your hands prepares you to walk through them without being overwhelmed. Do not despise small beginnings. Seeds look insignificant before they become trees. I am healing areas you have learned to ignore. Some wounds you covered with busyness, some with humor, some with silence, some with overworking, some with pleasing everyone else while neglecting your own soul. But unhealed pain quietly influences reactions, relationships, and decisions. As memories surface and emotions you buried come back into awareness, do not be afraid. Exposure is not meant to shame you, but to free you. I am gentle in my work. I do not tear open what you are not ready to face. I lead you step by step, strengthening you as we go. What once triggered you will lose its grip. What once defined you will become something you overcame. There are people connected to your future whom you have not yet met, and some already around you whose roles are shifting. Not everyone can walk with you into the next season. This is not punishment, it is alignment. Some relationships were for a chapter, not the whole story. Release does not always mean conflict. Sometimes it simply means distance, changed priorities, different directions. Trust me to order your connections. I am able to bring the right voices, the right support, the right collaborations at the right time. Loneliness you felt in transition will give way to community that understands the road you are on. Financial pressures, career questions, and practical concerns you carry are not outside my care. I'm not only interested in your spiritual language, I care about the details of daily life. I give wisdom for decisions, creativity for solutions, discipline for stewardship, and opportunities that may come in unexpected forms. Stay attentive. Sometimes provision arrives as an idea, a contact, a skill you are prompted to develop, a door that opens quietly rather than dramatically. Do not overlook the ordinary. Miracles often wear simple clothes. Your health, body, mind, and spirit matters. Rest is not weakness. Boundaries are not selfishness. Seeking help when you need it is not lack of faith. I work through many channels, including supportive people, wise counsel, and practical steps. Taking care of yourself equips you to fulfill what you are called to do. You cannot pour out continuously without being filled. Come back to me regularly, not only in crisis but in daily connection, allowing my peace to steady your thoughts and my perspective to reframe your worries. You are not behind as far as destiny is concerned. Timelines you compare yourself to are human measures. I work with eternal perspective. Some journeys appear to start late but accelerate quickly because of what has been formed in hidden seasons. Do not measure your worth by speed. Depth often takes time. When the moment comes, doors can open faster than you imagined, because groundwork you did not see has already been laid. Keep your heart teachable. Pride resists growth, but humility invites guidance. When correction comes, through conviction in your spirit, through wise advice, through consequences that reveal a needed change, receive it as care, not rejection. I refine those I love so they can carry more without breaking. Above all, remember, you are not striving alone to force a future into existence. You are walking with me, step by step. I go before you, beside you, within you. When you feel uncertain, ask for wisdom. When you feel weak, ask for strength. When you feel confused, ask for clarity. I am not distant from such requests. The story unfolding is larger than this present pressure. What feels like an ending in one area is often the clearing of space for something new. Trust the process even when you do not see the full picture. I am faithful to complete what I begin, and your life is still in motion, still under care, still moving toward purpose, still held in a love that has never loosened its grip. The future is not something you must chase in panic. It is something you walk into with trust, step by step, as I guide you through doors that open at the right time. Anxiety tries to rush you, to make you feel late, behind, unprepared, but urgency that is fueled by fear does not come from me. I lead with peace, even when the path requires courage. When you feel pressured to force outcomes, pause and return to stillness, because clarity grows in quiet trust, not in frantic striving. I am not asking you to carry tomorrow today. I give daily strength for daily needs, and when tomorrow becomes today, grace will be there again. You have underestimated how much you have grown, because growth happened slowly through ordinary days and quiet endurance. You did not notice how your perspective matured, how your reactions softened, how your resilience strengthened. Situations that once would have destroyed your peace now only shake you for a moment. Challenges that once would have made you quit now push you to pray, to think, to adapt. This is evidence of transformation. Do not dismiss it. You are not who you were, even if your surroundings have not fully caught up with who you are becoming. Inner change often precedes outer evidence. I'm also healing your identity, because many of your struggles have been connected to what you believed about yourself. Words spoken over you years ago labels given in anger or ignorance, failures that turned into false definitions. These shaped the lens through which you saw your own life. But those labels are not your truth. You are not your worst mistake. You are not the rejection you experienced. You are not the fear that visits your mind. Your identity is rooted deeper in my intention when I formed you with purpose, capacity, and worth. As this truth takes root, you will make different choices, form healthier relationships, and pursue opportunities you once felt unqualified for. There is also restoration coming to areas where you thought too much time has passed. You assumed certain dreams expired, certain paths closed forever, certain joys were for other people, not you. But time does not limit me the way it limits human plans. I am able to revive what seemed finished, to bring new life to desires that align with who you are now. Some dreams will return in a refined form, shaped by wisdom you did not have before. Others will be replaced by something better suited to your calling. Trust that nothing truly meant for you can be permanently stolen. Delays do not equal denial when my hand is involved. Forgiveness is another doorway into freedom I am placing before you. Carrying old offenses has been like holding weight that drains energy you need for the future. I am not asking you to pretend harm did not happen or to trust unwise people without boundaries. I am inviting you to release the right to revenge, to let me handle justice so your heart can be free from bitterness. Unforgiveness ties you to the past. Forgiveness loosens that tie so you can move forward without constantly reliving what hurt you. This release is not weakness. It is strength that refuses to be controlled by old pain. I am also teaching you to recognize my voice more clearly. I do not always speak in dramatic signs. Often I guide through quiet impressions, a sense of peace about one option and unrest about another. Wisdom that aligns with truth, counsel that confirms what I have already stirred in you. As you spend time in stillness, gratitude, and reflection, your discernment sharpens. You begin to sense when to move and when to wait, when to speak and when to stay silent. This sensitivity is a gift that will protect you from many unnecessary detours. Do not be afraid of responsibility that will come with growth. You have asked for influence, impact, stability, and answered prayers often arrive wrapped in responsibility. Increased provision may require better stewardship. Expanded influence may require greater integrity. Open doors may require courage to leave comfort behind. I will not give you what will crush you. I prepare you first. When you feel stretched, remember stretching increases capacity. What feels demanding now will later feel natural because you will have grown into it. Joy is returning to you in a way that is not dependent on perfect circumstances. For a season, survival mode dominated your life, and laughter felt distant, lightness rare. But I am restoring your ability to enjoy simple moments, to feel gratitude again, to see beauty without guilt, to rest without fear that everything will fall apart. This joy is strength. It guards your heart from despair and reminds you that hope is alive. Stay connected to people who encourage your growth, not those who constantly pull you back into old mindsets. Community matters. Isolation makes struggles heavier and thoughts louder. Share your journey with those who value truth, kindness, and forward movement. You are not meant to carry everything alone. At the same time, learn to be at peace even when misunderstood. Not everyone will grasp your path, and that is okay. Your assignment is not to be fully understood by all, but to be faithful to what you are called to do. I am also realigning your priorities. Some things that once felt urgent will lose their grip, and things that truly matter, character, faith, relationships, purpose, will come into sharper focus. This shift may feel uncomfortable at first, like outgrowing clothes that once fit, but it is a sign of maturity. You are being drawn toward what has lasting value rather than what only offers temporary distraction. When setbacks occur, do not interpret them as abandonment. Sometimes obstacles are redirections, sometimes training, sometimes protection from timing that is not yet right. Ask for wisdom instead of assuming defeat. I can turn even detours into part of the journey when you remain open. Nothing is wasted when placed in my hands. Not tears, not effort, not waiting, not even failure. You are moving into a season where confidence will rise, not arrogance, but quiet assurance rooted in knowing you are guided. You will take steps you once avoided. You will speak with clarity where you once stayed silent. You will set boundaries where you once overextended. You will try again where you once quit. This is evidence of inner healing showing itself outwardly. Through it all, my presence remains your constant. Circumstances will change. People will come and go. Emotions will rise and fall, but I remain steady. When you feel uncertain, return to that truth. You are not navigating an unpredictable universe alone. You are walking with a faithful guide who sees the entire path from beginning to end. Keep trusting. Keep responding with faith. Keep moving forward even in small steps, because your story is still unfolding, and what lies ahead holds more restoration, clarity, and purpose than what you have left behind. Amen.